Yes, tell us what the latest is, Alan.
Hi, good morning. Once again, welcome to the Kotoka International Airport, Thelma. Thank you very much, Thelma. Once again, welcome to the Kotoka International Airport. I must say sorry for the crossing of our shots because there's lots of activities currently ongoing. Our compatriots have arrived. They have arrived, and where I'm currently standing in the arrivals hall, I'm standing between at least 8 of them. We had 16 join us. One came via Turkish Airlines, as I mentioned earlier. Seated with me, if my camera will pan a bit down towards my right, you will see some of the young women who joined us this morning from Turkey. Sorry for that crossing of the short. The officials are all over the place, and there's so much movement going on. These have joined us gracefully, and you should see the excitement on the faces of relatives and family as well as friends. They are yet to speak to us. The officials from the Foreign Ministry, the Deputy Minister and his team have said to us that, in fact, they're not going to, as agreed earlier, allow any interviews. However, after the 10 o'clock gathering, if they wish to grant any interviews, they are free to do so. But for as long as they are here, they are going to be looked after. Now, we're told there is going to be a certain brief ceremony here to welcome them. And then once that is done, all of us will be conveyed to the press center where a press briefing will take place. They're all being asked to move, and so please bear with us if you find a lot of people crossing our shorts or, you know, movements all over the place. They're being asked to join their colleagues on the front bench, and so that is the situation currently here. Our compatriots from Ukraine have arrived successfully and safely. They have gone through their COVID protocols, and so they are currently okay to be with us. And yes, there is so much movement around, and so please bear with us if at any point you find that my camera is having to move around. It is because, as part of the arrangements to welcome them, we have to be in a certain park. There is, as far as I've counted, 17 seated here. 16 came via Qatar Airways, and one of them joined the 16 via Turkish Airlines. And so now we have all 17 with us, and as part of the welcoming, the officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration is engaging them, giving them a certain briefing as to what has taken place in their absence, and how they have engaged their parents or their families, and constantly updating them on their situation away in Ukraine, as far as or as much as they know about their situation over there. They have kept in touch with their families and brought them up to speed. And so the Deputy Minister is going to speak to them. I'll try and go close so we can get what he's saying. Sorry, sir.
Am I addressing the press or am I addressing my babies?
Honorable, you're addressing your babies, but we're interested.
Oh.
No, no. Oh, no, Mancas, because the cameras.
Bear with us, but there seems to be a certain organized chaos here.
No, that's not right.
What do we do?
No, they have to go back. Oh, please, colleagues, I beg you. It's been a long flight for our brothers and sisters. If you can move back a little bit so that the Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister can welcome them and all of us will leave here.
The people I'm addressing, there are some sitting there. Radio. That's radio. So in front of the people, you can't come. UTV. Adum Kasiabo. Go down. Go down. The people I'm to address, they are sitting here. You are blocking them.
We're all down.
Go on your knees. The people are here.
GTV.
You want to make us much. Almost over Jaffa.
You know what I want to message. But colleagues, I'm begging you, let's organize that so that we can leave here.
So we're ready, sir.
These are live visuals from the Kotoka International Airport, where the first batch of Ghanaian students in Ukraine have arrived. We are waiting to hear from the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. We are told that she will be addressing the media in a short while, but 17 students have arrived, 16 aboard a Qatar Airways flight and 1 aboard a Turkish Airways flight, 17 in all. They've just gone through COVID protocols and the Deputy Minister is expected to address us now.
Let me acknowledge your presence. I welcome you to Ghana on behalf of the President and the government of Ghana. Akwaba, you've gone through a very difficult times and a very difficult journey. We share with you the anxious moments that you've had to go through in the last couple of weeks. But at the end of the day, you are here with us, and we welcome you. And we thank the Almighty God that He has been with you and see you through and brought you home. And in the next couple of minutes or hours, you will reconcile and re-engage with your families. We have to thank your leaders who has worked with our officials at the various missions to make it possible for you to get here today. And the government is determined to continue to make sure that your colleagues who are still in transit to be evacuated will eventually be evacuated. Now, there is one important thing that we need to score. Information coming in indicates that Ghana is the first African country to have been able to evacuate some of their compatriots and some of their students. So at least, if not for anything at all, the government of Nana Akufo-Addo has scored a first. After this short engagement with you, and at about 10 o'clock, the Minister for Foreign Affairs will be meeting the parents of students who have been caught up in this unfortunate situation in Ukraine. Ghana on the side is doing its best to try to encourage Russia to stop the attack and the atrocities that they are meting out on the citizens of Ukraine. And we also want to go on record to thank the International Migration Organization for the support that they are giving. And we also want us all to remember our compatriots who have so far not been able to be evacuated. As at this morning, we understand there are about 500 of our compatriots who've managed to cross from Ukraine to the other neighboring countries, especially Poland, Romania, Hungary, Moldova, Slovakia, and just a couple of minutes ago, we understand some of your compatriots are Sumi. Hopefully, will be able to cross over to Russian territory itself. The government has laid plans to evacuate every student or every Ghanaian who is prepared and ready to come home. We have liaised very well with Qatar Airways and Turkish Airlines, and they have agreed that any Ghanaian who has crossed to any of these countries where they do fly will be flown home within the next couple of days. It is very important that we all do remember them in our prayers, that the good Lord will deliver them safely into a safe shelter and eventually back home to Ghana. I thank you very much and I welcome you home. Come and enjoy your stay back home. And we are sure in the very near couple of days, hopefully Russia will stop its aggression and it becomes possible for you to go back and continue with your education. On behalf of my minister, I wish to welcome you finally again and then to thank you for your attention this morning. Akwaba, once again. There you go. You were told not to go there. Oh, yes. The leader of the team, the 17 that just arrived, 16 arrived on Qatar Airways and one on Turkish Airlines. The leader of the team has something small to say. Yes, Nana.
Okay, so my name is Nana Agyapong, a fifth medical year student at Ghanaian State Medical University. I've studied for 5 years in Ukraine, and this is quite unfortunate we have to come home. But I want to first of all thank the Almighty God, also thank the government of Ghana, thank the various ambassadors, thank the ministry, and also reassure parents that their children will be back home. Siblings should be calm, friends should be calm. The government is doing its possible best to make us all come back home. For the meantime, we want to say thank you and we appreciate whatever has been done for us.
And so, if you're with us, these are live scenes from the Kotoka International Airport. You have just heard from Kwanchi Agyapong. I spoke to his father earlier on. He's a fifth-year medical student in the Ukraine who successfully helped his compatriots or his colleagues to make their way to safety and finally on board Qatar Airways and made their way to Ghana. We're going to go to the press center as I mentioned earlier, and over there the minister will address us. Also interactions with the parents will take place, and from there I'll possibly try and grab a fuller interview with young Kwanchi Agyapong, whose dad is Major Doctor retired Kwanchi Agyapong, whom I spoke to earlier. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring you the scene of that beautiful hug between father and son, but yeah, we'll do our best to let you have it. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're staying with us, then we're going to go around and see who we can speak to or what goes on from here. Thank you very much anyway, Thelma.
Live updates from the Kotoka International Airport, where the first batch of Ghanaian students have arrived from war-torn Ukraine, and 17 of them are in the country. We've heard